Now originally this wasn't going to be the video talking about mercenaries, but it did kind of prompted me to actually kind of, decided, let's talk about it for a bit. And a new RE game would be obviously incredible. As you know, you've got Resident Evil 9 up and coming at some point, but a new mercenaries game, and you're probably thinking, when was there their own mercenaries game? This was actually done for the 3DS, as it couldn't actually support or run RE5, which is completely understandable considering the times of when the 3DS released. Now it's no Switch, so of course it wasn't going to run. So instead, what they done was decide to do Resident Evil Mercenaries, which was combine aspects of Resident Evil 4 and 5 is mercenaries to a degree because of the maps and stuff like that, and the characters are from kind of both in a sense, a little bit in a weird way. The character also was really weird. I remember seeing some of the characters. Obviously you got staples like, makes sense, Hunk and stuff like that, but Claire was also, I think, playable, which was kind of bonkers because Claire wasn't in either 4 or 5, but hey, I guess it's a good not really a resale because it's a different game, but it's an aspect for keeping fans to come back who already experienced probably mercenaries for Resident Evil 5 and wanted probably some more characters to play as. Obviously, for the most part, Resident Evil Mercenaries has always been about, trying to survive for a certain amount of time and stuff like that. Obviously, in the original, which was in RE3, it was very different. It was kind of like getting to point A to point B in a certain amount of time. But obviously, they changed that, and well, we got the Mercenaries now, which I'm not complaining. I like it how it is today than it was back then. There's some things I don't think it would have lasted long, and even they probably knew so that's why they changed the idea or the concept entirely. Now, what I would love to see in a new Mercenaries game is probably, I don't know, more characters for sure. Definitely more stages. Probably throughout the Resident Evil history, whether it's Raccoon City, or the labs, or any real locations of the RE games, maybe even the clock tower, right? That would be cool. I thought this game will definitely have sort of a longevity depending how this game is handled. Another thing I feel like that will keep people coming to the game is probably more like, again, as much as Mercenaries is really great and I love it, maybe include some aspects from raid mode. Raid mode is quite different in a sense because you actually do have to go to point A to point B, which is kind of like they didn't completely ditch that aspect, they just kind of transformed it in its own thing, which I love raid mode. Sometimes I like it more than Mercenaries. I think it's because it's like you kind of have an objective, you have something in your sight of something you could reach, whereas Mercenaries is just kind of surviving for a long time. I don't mind it. Again, I love both. But it would be cool, or maybe even combined, or have a 2 separate mode, like kind of like Mercenaries and Raid mode. The title, yeah, it'll probably be more keen to more Mercenaries, because in that aspect, you can actually do more of the action side that was introduced with RE5 and RE4 and RE6. Whereas Raid mode is not really so much action, it's more to do with the survival aspect of trying to, trench your way through. Which is, I think, is a great idea in my opinion. I don't know, let me know in the comment section below, do you guys disagree, or, I don't know, I feel like it's really interesting in that aspect. And another thing I felt like I would keep this game going because of the aspect of both kind of factors or game modes will be the characters. The characters and I guess the stages and the music. Because, maybe it would be nice to change up the music, which is something I don't think you could normally do in Mercenaries or Raid mode. Is probably have certain tracks of older games, which would be, again, incredible. And having DLC packs of characters, because this franchise is really guilty with so many great and lovable characters, some popular, some not, and it would be a great way. So let's say, I don't know, we have the, RE6 pack, and it's obviously the likes of Helen Harper, Sherry, Jake, and what's his name? I actually forgot his name. It's not Finn. Where am I getting Finn from? I forgot his name. It's not Simmons, but hey, if we got Simmons, that's not a bad idea too. I just completely forgot. Chris's partner, I actually forgot his name. I'm so saddened by that. That just really hurts me. I can't believe I forgot his name. Piers Nivens, that was his name. I can't believe I completely forgot. RIP to Piers because I completely disrespected him. Moving along now, sorry Piers. I feel like, again, this has a lot of potential to keep going and obviously being highly successful if done right. Now these are just some of the modes I'm thinking of. So I went over about raid mode, I went on about kind of that being its own thing or not separate mode. But the aspect of mercenaries is the key thing. We also mentioned about stages, characters, and I don't know if I already mentioned it, but yeah, BOWs. I think they're, like I said, variety of BOWs, mixing it up, you know, not having them just be all RE1 BOWs and all RE4 BOWs. Mix and mash, it will definitely add a unique flavor to things and make it so that it's very fresh. And the stages and the characters, there's so many characters I could think of, like I said. Ada Wong, Sherry, Moira, Helen, heck, we even have the likes of, just for the fun of it, maybe Hunnigan, just random ones at times, or maybe there's even a mode like what RE6 done where you can play as the BOW and hunt other mercenaries, other players. It would be kind of interesting. Imagine the likes of playing as Nemesis and stuff like that. Not like it has to be its own like game, because I know that's kind of what Resistance were about, and I say were because that game is completely axed. But stuff like that would be very cool to see, in my opinion. These are just some things I'm just kind of sharing my thoughts on. If I have anything else to include, I will definitely, you know, say or mention it in a new video. But if you guys have any other ideas that you want to share or cover, definitely let me know in the comment section below. That's pretty much what I have, and man, I'm probably gonna think of like ideas, what if, like a roster, who knows. I think I might, just because again, I actually do like mercenaries and raid mode. So hey, if you guys enjoyed this video, let me know in the comment section below, and subscribe if you guys love survival horror as well as Resident Evil. Make sure to like the video and hit the notification bell. I said that all jumbled up by accident. But yeah, make sure to hit the notification bell, that way you stay notified for more RE and survival horror content. This is The Void signing out, and again, I really want to hear your thoughts on what you guys would add to a mercenaries. Peace out, guys.